Well, hello everyone. This is a quick update, not scheduled at all. And at first, it wouldn't let me stream to X, which was weird. And then when I re-added X, it wouldn't let me stream to Facebook, which I don't really care about. I pretty much want to delete that account. Hola, Nathan, and my phone just told me I'm live. I'm glad my phone told me that. I'm using just my webcam right now. I wanted to give you guys a quick update. There's not going to be a regular show tonight, but there is going to be a Cult of RONR in an hour and 45 minutes. So if you haven't yet subscribed to that, go to Cult of RONR and subscribe. We are going to be talking about common misuses of parliamentary techniques. I don't think that's the right word. Practices. So I got this out of the most recent National Parliamentarian, and Mike and I thought it would be fun to discuss. So we will be doing that. Be sure to go subscribe over there. Otherwise, it'll be 7 Mountain Time. And also, I wanted to go live in case anyone had any kind of questions at all that they just wanted to ask me that they normally didn't get a chance to give a few minutes. I hear my husband just got home. Also, while we're just chatting, to let you know that I do have 2 other channels. I know I'm turning into one of those. If you want safe for work, because Cult of RNR is definitely not safe for work. If you want safe for work, what am I trying to say? Parliamentary, just down and dirty tips like, what does this mean? What does an abstention mean? What does a majority mean? Is there such a thing as a friendly amendment? Those are things that I've covered. They're 10 minutes and under, so I can put them on TikTok as well. Very quick. Go to and subscribe, please. Do it right now. We'll wait. Pink Parliamentarian. And you can check out my services at pinkparliamentarian.com. And last but not least, my other love, which you know is Words in History. I have another channel. It's just for fun called Jurassic Dictionary, where I go through either obsolete words or words that are in the process of becoming obsolete. Generally, the way I've noted now, just in doing 5 episodes, the way a word becomes obsolete is that first it's pretty widespread, and this is obviously in English, in the English-speaking world. And then it narrows down to a region, but still fairly large, and then down to even smaller, and it becomes dialectical, and then it disappears. Like the word we did last week, which is gloppin', which I love, but it's now just a certain dialect in Britain. But if you're interested in that sort of thing, go and subscribe as well to Jurassic Dictionary. So now we do have some questions. I'm going to stick one up on the screen here. CK Nightlighter says, what the hell is going on with our party? It wasn't even this bad 6 months ago. It's gotten worse. That is a good question. I could tell you what my answer would be to that, and I'm trying to make it as uninflammatory as possible. There is a clash of visions, and one of those visions is sanctioned by the bylaws and the other isn't. It's as simple as that. We are a political party. We are not a PAC. And I'm not saying there's anything, a PAC in the sense of like Young Americans for Liberty. There's nothing wrong with being that. Young Americans for Liberty will support, allegedly, though they very rarely support libertarians, will support a liberty candidate no matter what party they belong to. They are very fluid in doing that. That is the purpose of a PAC. Allegedly, Turning Point USA would be another similar thing, though they seem to only support Republicans, but they're not a partisan political party. A partisan political party exists to support its candidates. Now, it might support issues and cross the aisle to support an issue, but you don't wholesale abandon your own candidates or your own identity as a political party. And what I believe is going on is a clash of visions where some wish for us to be a pack. And what I would say to those people is I think there is a broad place for PACs, and they do wonderful work. And if that's what you want, go and do it. But it's not the Libertarian Party. We are our own unique political party to support our own candidates and not to support the candidacies of other parties. There's groups that are made for that, and they do good work. So within the group that would like to see the party do something different, there are those that are ignorant that that's not our purpose, that that's not in our bylaws, and ignorance is easily cured. And then there are those who say, we don't give a crap what the bylaws say. And the people who take the opinion that they don't give a crap what the bylaws say are not libertarians. Because one thing about libertarians is we honor contracts. And if you're one of the people going bylaws, schmylaws, then you're not a libertarian. I'm sorry, you just aren't. You may have a lot of libertarian ideas. You may be a Liberty Republican. You may be a Liberty Democrat. But upholding voluntary contracts is like Liberty 101. It's a freedom of association thing. And if you can't honor contracts, I don't want to do business with you. I don't want anything to do with you because I can't trust you. So that is, I think, part of the identity struggle. But for those people who think this is something new, it isn't. This happened in the 80s. And it will probably happen again, though it is as worse as I've seen it during my time in the party. So, the not a libertarian part was probably inflammatory to some, but I would hope we would all agree that someone who doesn't think a voluntary contract is something that should be abided by is not a libertarian. That's not like a purity test. That's like basic. That's like saying libertarians don't believe. That's like me saying if you don't believe you own yourself, you're not a libertarian. That shouldn't be a controversial statement. That's like Liberty 101. Like, these aren't purity tests. These are like basics. This is like not saying that, okay, Albert Einstein, if I go 2 + 2 = 4. Like, we're talking really, really basic stuff. We're not getting into the weeds, of how many libertarians can dance on the head of a pin. Libertarians believe in voluntary contracts. Libertarians believe you own yourself. Libertarians believe in freedom of association. That's like basic. And anyone claiming that's some kind of like purity test, again, just it's the libertarian version of everybody I hate is Hitler. It's like, oh, you've got a standard? Oh, purity test. It's so vacuous that it makes me feel stupider to respond to it. There are some things that are basic. And then there are some things where reasonable libertarians disagree. Okay, so hopefully that answered. When is the next national convention? Is 2026? End of May 2026 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Something I wanted to show you guys. I mean, you all saw me go through the progression of illness with COVID and stuff like that. And I think I've told you kind of the latest where it aggravated some underlying conditions I had. And it's just really, really insulting that some people were insinuating that I wasn't really sick. I want to show, okay, it's not going to look that gross on camera, but I just want to show you, if you're at all squeamish, you're not going to want to see this. It's not so bad right now. But as I told you, the stress and the COVID and all of that like caused one of my moles to explode. My doctor took one look at that and is like, no, that needs to come off and we need to go a little deep because that looks like it could be cancerous. So it wasn't. Oh, and I still have a dot where it still, but I'm going to show you. If you don't believe that I had I don't know if you could see it there. A huge, nasty chunk taken out of my arm. So I hope those of you who keep insinuating that I'm like faking it or something feel real good about yourself. This thing is super, super painful, but it's all black from the mercury, but it like goes down. I mean, she had to dig that stuff. She had to dig that out. Now it came back. It's not cancerous, but it turns out I have another condition, another rare condition that I'm probably going to have to deal with more and more as I get older. Okay, I am going to go stuff something in my face and then be back in an hour and a half at Cult of R1R. So I hope to see you there. I'm glad to have this few minutes to chat with you. The next show, hopefully, it's either going to be some Matt Walsh clips I have lined up, because you know me, I just love dealing with Matt Walsh, or I'm going to be talking about tariffs. I have both of them kind of planned, maybe tomorrow night. I can't do 2 long shows in one night. I haven't regained my energy since COVID. Like I am, you could probably even see it in my face. Like it's still there, the not quite healthy is still there. So I'll see you guys in a bit, and please go hit subscriptions to all the things. I appreciate it. All right. Bye-bye.